Hello, you perfectly lovely little people. My name is Sarah, and I'm going to be reading you a story called Brer Rabbit Gets a Home. I bet he's been up to something that's no good. One time, a whole load of the animals made up their minds that they would go shares in building a house. There was old Brer Bear, Brer Fox, Brer Wolf, Brer Raccoon, and Brer Possum. Everyone right down to old Brer Mink. There was a whole crowd of them, and they set to work to build a house in less than no time. Brer Rabbit was there, of course, but he said it made his head swim to climb up the scaffold and build like the others. He said, too, that he always got sunstroke if he worked in the sun. But he got a measure and he stuck a pencil behind his ear and he went around measuring and marking and measuring and marking. He always looked so busy that all the other creatures said to one another that Brer Rabbit was doing a mighty lot of work. And folk going along the road said that Brer Rabbit was doing more work than anyone. But really, Brer Rabbit wasn't doing anything much. He might just as well have been lying by himself in the shade, fast asleep. The other creatures really built the house, and my, it was a fine house too. It would have been a fine house in these days, let alone those days and this day. It had an upstairs and a downstairs and chimneys all round, and a room for each one of the creatures that had helped to build it. Well, Brer Rabbit picked out one of the upstairs rooms for himself. Then he went and he got himself a gun and he put it in his room. After that, he got himself a brass cannon and he dragged it up to his room one day when not one of the others was about. And after that, he got himself a tub full of dirty, soapy water. And this he took upstairs to his room too when no one else was looking. Then, when they had all got the house fixed up nicely and were sitting in the parlour after their supper, Brer Rabbit yawned and stretched himself as if he were tired. "Well, folks," he said, "I believe I'll say good night to you and go up to my room." "Night then, Brer Rabbit," said all of them. Brer Rabbit went out the door and up the stairs, and all the others were chatting and laughing away as happy as you please, delighted with their new house. Well, no sooner was Brer Rabbit up in his room than he opened his door again and stuck his head out. "When a big man like me wants to sit down, where shall I sit?" sang out Brer Rabbit. All the other creatures laughed and shouted back, "If a big man like you can sit in a chair, can't sit in a chair, he'd better sit down on the floor." "Watch out then," yelled old Brer Rabbit, "because I'm gonna sit down." And then, bang! He let off the gun. Well, this sort of astonished everyone. They looked around each other in alarm, thinking that Brer Rabbit was a mighty heavy sitter-downer. "What in the name of goodness was that?" said Brer Possum. They listened and they listened, but they didn't hear anything more, and before long they'd forgotten all about it and were chattering gaily about all kinds of things. By and by, Brer Rabbit flung his door open upstairs again and stuck his head out. "Hi! When a big man like me wants to sneeze, where is he going to sneeze?" And all the creatures, they laughed and they shouted back, "If a big man like you wants to sneeze, he can sneeze where he please." "Watch out down there then," yelled Brer Rabbit, "because I'm going to sneeze right here." And with that, Brer Rabbit let off his cannon. Boom! It made such a bang that all the windows shook and rattled, and the house shivered as if it was going to fall down, and old Brer Bear fell off the rocking chair. Kerblop! When all the creatures got over their fright a bit and settled down, they looked at one another. "Brer Rabbit's got a mighty bad cold," said Brer Possum in a scared sort of voice. I believe I'll just step out for a while when he gets rid of it." "Yeah, I'll come with you, Brer Possum," said Brer Mink, getting up. "Brer Rabbit sneezes again like that, I'm not going to get any sleep in the house tonight, and that's for sure." So off the two went, arm in arm, and didn't turn up again that night. The other creatures watched them go, but they said they were going to stay, no matter how bad a cold Brer Rabbit had. And after a while they began to talk and laugh just as usual. About then, Brer Rabbit opened his door again and stuck out his head. When a big man like me wants to wash his hands, whereabout is he to throw his dirty water? The other creatures glared at Brer Rabbit and yelled back again, Big man or little man, throw your water where you please. Then Brer Rabbit yelled out, Watch out down there then, here comes my water. And with that, he tipped up the tub of dirty water and it went sloshing down the stairs. And when the creatures heard it coming, they jumped up like mad and rushed to the doors and the windows, and some of them went out the back door and some of them went out the front. Brer Bear fell out of the window. Brer Fox tried to climb up the chimney. Some went way and some went another, and they all went sailing out. As for Brer Fox, he stood up at the top of the stairs, glaring at Brer Rabbit. Brer Rabbit turned round to Brer Fox and went, I think I'm going to sneeze again. Brer Rabbit took turn, ran down the stairs, fell down 3 of them. Brer Fox fell down 3 of them. And then he got to the door and he tumbled and tumbled and tumbled out down the path. Brer Rabbit grinned. And then, just as he shut up the house and he fastened up the windows, he went to bed. He pulled the covers up over his ears and he slept as if he was at peace with all the world. If those other creatures get scared and run away from their own home, what business is it of mine? Said Brer Rabbit. I'm not scared of anything. And he never spoke a truer word. Brer Rabbit is quite a naughty old bunny, isn't he? Anyway, very sensible. Somebody sneezes, you keep well away from them. Now, my little lovely lovelies, I know that a few of you are watching me reading the stories every single night. And if you really love it, why don't you draw a picture of Brer Rabbit and send it to me, and I will show it to everybody, because that would be just a lovely thing to do. Now, I want you to go and clean your teeth. I want you to go and wash your hands. I want you to get into your bed, and I want to give yourself a great big cuddle. Have a lovely, lovely sleep. Sweet dreams, little peoples. Night, night.